Hey, what's going on, everybody? Zach is back for another video, and today I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of having a retail job. Some of you may or may not know, but I work at a small craft store. You may have heard of it. It's called Michael's. I started working there around, I guess it's around 6 months from now. And I'm glad to say that it's one of the most spontaneous and best decisions I have made. So I'm here today to tell you the pros and cons of having a retail job. Let's get into it. I put job experience at number one. When you go on and do better, get a better job and do better things, it's important to have that backbone, to have the work experience, and to know the concepts of time management. So when you go on and start earning $1,000, even $1,000,000 salaries, don't forget the time where you're just sitting at the beginning and having that first job, because it's a very humbling experience as well. And this is just my personal opinion, but no matter how much schooling you have, in my opinion, that experience will outmatch anything. You don't need a piece of paper telling you know how to do something. Okay, so this one is a little bit iffy because it doesn't apply to everyone. But in my case, it's a positive, or a pro, if you should say it that way. I was lucky enough to meet some great people that I call my coworkers, and we bought in almost instantly. I think this is one of the main reasons why you either quit or keep your job, or decide to keep your job, because if you're stuck at a job working with shitty people, it makes your job that much harder. Or you just have more willpower than I have to push through all the negative people and everything. But if I was in that situation, I would just leave and just not look. Okay, Zach from the editing stage here. So, I didn't realize how much of the video I have left to talk. So, you might have to see a lot more of the video clip that's played in front of you instead of me talking. So just make sure you stay tuned. This actually ties into my other point where with the people you meet, you can eventually build bonds with each other. Some of those certain people that you just instantly click with. And in my case, that's exactly what happened. Believe it or not, I'm actually a kind of an extroverted person. Even though I might not sound like it in the video blog story time thing. I don't know what to call it. Bonds are kind of like a confusing thing you can't really explain, but it's simple at the same time, which is kind of weird. It's important to make quick friends with management and staff, so they're more likely to and willing to give you opportunities. And if you're lucky, you can move up through the corporate ladder if you're very lucky. I haven't made it that far yet, so I don't know what comes of it. Before I move on to the cons of going into retail, I want to make sure that I'm explaining the cons of the job, not my personal pet peeves. I'll make sure to make another video about my personal pet peeves about working at my retail job. Okay, the reason I put customers at number one is because this is mostly a main problem, and the other cons I'm going to put on this list are minor inconveniences. So when you want to go into a retail job and you look at the other reasons, it's going to be like, oh, that's fair, but this is the main problem that you're going to face while you're at your retail job, and for some reason, when you start working at a new job, the customers at the stores, they always know when there's a new hire or somebody that's new, and they'll try to exploit you and try to take advantage of your noviceness and try to get something out of you, and say you're doing something wrong and try to get you to call the manager and give them something for free or something. But don't worry, you just have to study and remember your training and you should be fine. Fine. I can't speak English. Fine. That's what I meant to say. And it's okay if you don't know things when you're first starting out. If you don't know something, just make sure to call your superior, and they wouldn't have a problem helping you out. At least at Michael's. So this is one of the cons that is not really a conflicting problem. So what you would this is normal for any job that you want to start out at. You get like a starting wage, and then as the more you stay with the company, your wage goes up, or you get more hours. One or the two. Um, so yeah, it's not really a problem. But once you start working more, and once you're established in the company more, your fixed wage will be more malleable, and will able to negotiate with your superior. There are going to be times where there's going to be slow times during the day, and you're just going to be like you're going to be very bored, and you're not really going to want to do anything, or like there's nothing to do, so you just feel like you feel useless and you can't do anything. Well, we get those all the time, except especially if you work the night shift like I do. It feels like time's taking forever to pass, and like there's nothing you can really do about it. But it turns out that you can do something about it. You just have to keep yourself busy. That's how you can solve that problem. So it's not I'll give you an example of times where you can get bored, and you just have some things you can do while you just need to keep yourself busy. Instead of going on your phone, and when nobody's at the register, you can do a couple things like cleaning counters or sweeping the floor. I know that's not the most exciting thing to do, but it's better than just sitting there and doing nothing, basically. And also, you look good in front of your boss, so that's also a plus. Okay, and that's my full list of pros and cons that you would have at your retail if you were to apply for a retail job. I hope you liked the video. If you have any experiences you want to share, you can either put in the comments down below or DM me on Instagram. And if you have any other pros and cons you want to include from your experience as a retail worker, go ahead and put in the comments as well. And also, one more thing, if you have any free time on your hands, I would recommend to watch this video on the left, and maybe subscribe if you really like my content. It's free, and all you need to do is press one button. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and also feel free to watch the rest of the video to see me completely obliterate my opponent here. This is a duos game, which means it's just one of no, not duos, duel. It's a duel game, so it means I'm just versing one other person, and I completely destroy this guy. Feel free to watch till the end. Thank you.